What's up, everybody? Chad here for yet another Taco Tuesday, and this is the first 2020 Taco Tuesday, and obviously that means the first Taco Tuesday of the decade, so something slightly exciting. This is a video that I was hoping that we would get done a little bit earlier, but we decided that we were going to take a little bit of a longer break because our videos have been doing pretty good, and we figured we just wanted to do a little bit more of a break and enjoy our January, our New Year, and everything, and that does include preparing for content on the channel for the year. So obviously we cannot plan out the entire year because multiple things can come up. You may decide, I want to purchase this, or I may want to do a review on that, because we do get approached by a few people every once in a while that are in the area, since they know, hey, I'm in North Carolina, in Raleigh now, or Bandit being up in the Shenandoah Valley, up in Virginia. We occasionally get approached to do different video reviews and stuff, so obviously that stuff can pop up. Today's video is just going to be kind of a reintroduction back into what we do here and go over a couple things that are seeming to be excited, not only in truck news but also in news for the Tacoma specifically. So diving right into that, we actually do have a part coming for the Tacoma. It is going to be complementary to other parts that have been purchased for the truck before. That is the only hint that you're going to be getting for this part. It's not going to be too difficult to figure out. It is just one of those that's basically, in my mind, the final piece to a puzzle that was started long ago. So, some food for thought. It should be arriving, I would imagine, sometime in the month of February. I did order it about a week ago, so we will see when that does come in. I know that they base a lot of what they have orders in for off of production demand, stuff like that. So, going to be getting that new part hopefully sometime in February, and obviously we'll do a review on that. So something else that is kind of interesting in the Tacoma world, as well as Toyota and truck news in general, the Tacoma will be ceasing production in the United States completely in 2021. So what does this shift in production for the Tacoma mean? Well, that means that there are going to be two plants that are going to be completely committed to building and producing these Tacomas for us. And so both of them are going to be in Baja and Mexico, which is essentially both just Mexico. So both of those plants will be there, and that will be late 2021 when they will be heading towards production for just the Tacoma there. The reason for this is because they're shifting the Toyota Sequoia production to be right alongside the Tundra in San Antonio, Texas. So what that means, though, what I at least think, and what a lot of people are speculating online, again, it's a speculation, but that is going to be so they can have a joined platform for the next-gen Tundra and obviously the next-gen Sequoia, which I imagine will probably follow shortly after or at the same exact time as the Tundra, because they're both just about as old as each other. There's very similar differences between the two. Obviously one's a truck, one's an SUV, but they are going to be more than likely joining the same exact type of platform, and that is why they're going to be retooling it and putting it side by side so they can prepare for the next-gen Tundra and next-gen Sequoia. So it does make sense on Toyota's end to be doing that, and obviously then they will be shifting all of the Tacoma production, as I said, to Mexico. So something else to be looking for in the next couple of years. One other thing that we have gotten some questions on is, when is Orange Virus going to be releasing the 2.0 final patch for the Tacoma? And that should be very, very soon. Their goal was to get it out around Christmas, but that doesn't always happen. There are always things that are going to get missed, maybe within the code, and then they look at it and say, hey, we need to redo this. Or they go through some final feedback and testing stages with people who do have betas, such as myself, and they say, hey, is there anything in particular that you think we kind of fell short on, or do you want to see any improvements, or we can send some little patches of code and test files from the actual driving experience of people who have it day to day, and we'll send it out to them so they can review it and see how it reacts on different trucks with different builds on them, such as mine being a little bit heavier than, say, a stock one. So it's going to behave a little bit differently with a tune versus the truck that is stock, obviously, because this one is going to be a bit heavier and use a bit more fuel than, say, a 100% stock one. So they have been working very, very hard, the team at Orange Virus has, and should be getting another update out pretty soon, according to Tacoma World this morning. So today's Monday. So the day before you all are going to be seeing this, Orange Virus gave us an update on Tacoma World saying that they were getting a new server in today, and we're getting even closer to releasing 2.0 final to the public. So no longer would there be any other betas that you can download from them. This is going to be a 100% final one that you'll be able to download in their logger and their actual like coding piece that you can download for any of your trucks that you may want to put a new tune on. So that is something to be looking forward to. I would say we will see it in a month or less. That is going to be my time range, because I don't want to say too soon, because obviously something can happen, anything could happen, and we don't want to be giving a false sense of hope just in case something else does come up. But if I were to guess, we'll see it before the end of February. So I'm super excited about that. Obviously, as I've said before, I am running a beta version of 2.0, and I've been loving it. It's been a great experience overall, and I feel that the truck is it's behaving and reacting very well to it. So with that being said, I will actually continue to run this until then. I don't need to mess around with any of the other ones that OV2 does offer out there. I'll continue to run this for the time being, still running it on a premium fuel, just because getting the maximum performance out of what OV2 currently has to offer is a pretty fun experience, even though the truck is very heavy and not a sports car by any means. So again, I'll let you all know as soon as I know something, and of course we'll do a review, reaction video, and go over all of the great things that 2.0 has to offer when it is released to the public. And last but not least, something that I am personally just a little bit more excited about, now that it is 2020, I can now say that this is the decade where we will see the Tesla Cybertruck actually come to production. I'm only assuming this at this point, because obviously what we saw at the very end of last year was just what we believe is going to be a prototype or very close to production. We have no idea. Obviously Tesla always has something crazy up their sleeves, and I am certain that we will see that sometime in this decade come to production. And as I stated in one of my last videos in 2019, is that I had put in my pre-order for it, because I think this is going to be the decade of electric trucks. Maybe not even just electric trucks, but electrification across the board for many, many vehicles. Obviously, they've already started in multiple companies heading towards that, and we'll kind of go away from the whole hybrid electric thing, because I think we're just going to go straight into the full electric, because having the gasoline engine and the electric motor kind of be combined to form these hybrid vehicles, they're definitely still going to be around, I believe, but I think we're going to be going more towards the full electric battery, electric motor, everything like that. So I'm super excited to see where this is going to be going, and maybe, just maybe, in 3 to 4 years, I will take delivery of a Cybertruck, and then we'll have some completely different content to go over, because with a full electric vehicle, obviously there's a lot of differences between that and a full-on internal combustion engine that is obviously in the Tacoma that I am driving right now. And even when I had gotten this in 2016, I was like, wow, this is very technologically advanced compared to my 06 Tacoma that I had for many years. And then if one takes delivery of a Tesla Cybertruck, well, that's going to be a completely different game. It's a game changer, which Tesla is known for doing in multiple fields. So if you all do have any questions or comments, you know exactly where to leave them. And hey, there's a lot of content that's going to be coming out this year, lots to be excited about. So if you do have any questions or comments, you know where to leave them. And thank you all so much for watching. Have a fantastic week, everybody, and we'll catch you next time.